Joined by Assumption football head coach Bob Chesney. Hounds travel to American International on Friday night for the third road game of the season. Coach, coming off a wild back-and-forth game in the home opener against Stonehill, now that you've had a week to reflect on that game, what are some of the positives that you can take away from it?
Yeah, I think as we spoke about it as a staff and with even our administration staff, every which way we looked at it, these guys competed. Our guys competed, all the way down to the wire, as did Stonehill. It was a great game. It was a great game that's just hard to come out of on the losing end of it. But at the same time, I think we learned a lot about ourselves in there. We know we can play it for the full 60 minutes and then some, and we just got to be able to come back right now and battle. These guys did a great job. I thought both teams did a great job on Friday. I think that it's again about mistakes. Can we limit the amount of mistakes we're making on both sides of the ball? And if we can, I think that has obviously a major outcome or effect on the outcome of the game. So, we had a great week of practice, and I'm, again, excited to see how these guys do.
And one of the guys who was a real bright spot for us, senior running back Matt Pedoni, career high 187 yards, might be the best game he's played since his sophomore season. What do you think of his confidence level coming off a game like that?
Yeah, well, it's through the roof, and it should be. I feel like we've been talking about Matt every single week here. The work he puts in on a weekly basis is unbelievable. He's in practice, the amount of times he carries the ball, the back deep on punts, to everything he does. He's a major part of this entire team, and his attitude is great. He's a leader out there. Everything that he's done up to this point in time is nothing but positive. I'm excited to see how he continues to progress, but he's a guy that I think we all expected a lot out of, and he's delivering.
And obviously take one game at a time. Teams moved on from last week. Focus here on AIC. What's the mood of the team been through practice during the week?
Well, this is a monumental challenge. Obviously, if you look at AIC, they're picked to be the conference favorite. So it's an opportunity for us to go in there and see how we stand up. They're very, very, very good, and I think that the Stonehill thing was tough for the guys to get through, I'm sure, but as soon as we came back to practice on Sunday, it was over, and we were right back to work. So that's something that, the cool thing about football, when you win, you don't have a whole lot of time to enjoy it. You put it down and you move on, and when you lose, you don't have a whole lot of time to reflect upon it, or you have time to look back on it and see what you would correct, but at the same time, you just got to be on to the next. There's not a whole lot of time to spend doing much else.
And we talk about needing to run the ball and stop the run to be successful. Obviously, I think we did that against Stonehill. And Bobby Jordan, I thought, did a good job kind of distributing the ball to a lot of different receivers, making some tough throws. Just kind of talk about the quarterback play.
I think he's been great. I think Bobby has, again, proven himself week in and week out here. He is making some very good decisions, especially like in the red zone and places where we really need him to do that. He's been, reading coverages really well, and he's done a great job standing in the pocket. That was something that we discussed a lot with him about, was being able to stand in the pocket, keep his eyes downfield, make the reads that are necessary, and deliver the ball. He's done a great job the past couple of weeks, and he's going to have to do that again this Friday night.
And we've talked about what Assumption needs to do to be effective. You've watched film on AIC all week. As you get prepared for them, what should we expect to see out of AIC?
They got athletes, and they got athletes just about everywhere. They're a very high-powered offense. They've been scoring a lot of points week in and week out. Their running back is phenomenal. Their quarterback is phenomenal. The receivers are phenomenal. You get to the defensive side of the ball, the D-line is very good. The linebacker is phenomenal. They got corners that are phenomenal. It's a team that there's no question as to why they were picked as the favorite in the conference. They're a very, very good football team, and I think it all does go through their quarterback. He's a very poised, good player, and I think that's one thing that we talked about last week and have to face again this week, is that when you watch them, they can run, they can throw, they can and they can stop you on defense. They do a lot of really, really nice things. So we certainly have our hands full, which is again why we all play this game.
Well, thank you very much, Coach, for joining us, and good luck on Friday night.
Thanks, Ken.